John, what did you see from your team after they came back and tied it up at, I think, 43 in the second half? It seemed like you guys got a lot more aggressive on the glass from that point, which gave you some opportunities.
Well, we had talked pregame about there are two things. You can't give them live ball turnovers, and they are going to get up in you, and they're not afraid to go body to body, and you got to be able to withstand and play through bumps. And the second thing was you got to keep them off the offensive glass. So at halftime, we walk in, we have 11 offensive rebounds we gave up, and we have 10 turnovers, 5 from Ty and Severe. That's 23 points. Well, you can't win games doing that. And the second half, I thought we got better. And it was our guards gave up of the 11 offensive rebounds, 5 of them, maybe 6. So, at the end, I went in huddles. I said, we could talk all we want here, guys. If you're not going to rebound, if you're not going to keep guys off the glass, we can't win this game. And it's a great game for us. We need to be in games like this. There was a stretch Severe did not play well. Put him back in. Guess what? He goes assist, free throws. All of a sudden, it changes the game. Ty struggled some. I was going to take him out. He said, leave me in. So I left him in and let him play through it. I thought Davion did great. Kellen, I'm calling him Steady Eddie. He comes every game and, does his thing. I thought Lance Ware is giving us so much good stuff when we sub him. And Oscar passed up 3 or 4 jump shots because he missed one. You can't play that way. Damian passed up a jump shot and drove in and got banged, but they're not calling those for us. That's not getting called. So if you go in expecting to get a foul call, it ain't happening. So either you can make it or take a floater, take a jumper, take a shot you can make.
Larry Vaught.
By the way, Jacob played really well. 6 straight points when we needed it, gave us separation.
John, overall, how do you kind of evaluate Severe's game when you look at the turnovers, but the assists and the defensive pressure? But how do you evaluate a game like that? Because his stat line's kind of crazy when you look at it.
He impacts the game. And the good news is if he's struggling or he needs to come out, we're fine. So I know of how many point guards impact the game like he does. Not many in this country.
Jerry.
Yeah, John, I'm assuming you don't have an update on Jacob and his condition.
I don't.
Okay. Well, how much do you see this game as kind of a gut check? That South Carolina, it seemed like more of a rock fight to me than a picture perfect kind of display.
Well, it may have been, but we shot 56% from the floor and 40 from the 3. So, it's they play. That's how they play. I mean, they're rough. They physically go after rebounds. They're not worried about missing shots because they're running 3 and 4 guys. The problem with that is if you can rebound, you can get some breakouts, which we did. But again, I'm just glad we're done playing them because they're going to win games, just like I said about Vandy. And, you're looking at these teams and again, they're ready to play us. I mean, these dudes, they're playing Kentucky and they get after it. I mean, the rest of our schedule is ridiculous. We just got to keep stepping next, keep getting better, keep building guys. Got to get Damian and Bryce, got to get them in. So we got a full team ready to go. And again, everything I do, and I've done this my whole career, is built for March. Everything. Which means you could lose some games and not a bad thing. But you want to be played all kind of different ways. You want overtime games. You want games like this where it goes 43-43 so you can find out who's who. And they can find out who's who. And so, they went zone. We did some good stuff. They, did different things. We changed up and did our pick and rolls a little different. And these kids responded. I got a really smart team. But again, you know, we're one of those teams that, do you defend? Do you rebound? Can you grind it out? Can you play fast to separate? Do you have shooters? You know, can you beat people on the bounce? Again, we shoot floaters, so we're not going to shoot as many free throws. I mean, it's just how it is. But when they get fouled, I want them to call them. But most of our stuff is playing how we play. Because you would say in this game, the physicalness of the game, you should have shot more fouls than them. Yeah. But we did also shoot some floaters. So those other 3 or 4 or 5 attempts, we make 4 or 5 of those floaters. One they called a charge on. But, you're not going to get to the line with those.
Daryl.
Yes, sir. Cal, the second half, Ty, Keon, Oscar combined to go 15 of 20 from the field. I'm curious how you rate the mental toughness of this team, given that South Carolina really pushed you hard.
Well, first of all, I went to sub Ty, and he's like, no, leave me in, because he knew he was struggling. And he wanted to play through it. And I said, all right, let him in. I took Severe out because he was struggling. And then all of a sudden I put him back in and we went right to him. We got to find out who's who. So you're going to play a bad game. What, our season end because you play a bad game and you can't get it going? Again, everything is built toward that. And, you want to play teams that are going to play you different. Like they're saying that our schedule is a top 3, I believe. It's the 3rd hardest schedule. That's what you want. Now, I know there were some people complaining we should have played the Lakers and the Suns and some of that stuff, but the reality of it is you want that kind of schedule. By the end of the year, the schedule will be the hardest in the country because of who we play to finish it out.
Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, Cal, consistency's kind of been the thing in Keon's career, and it seems like he's found it the last 5 games. He's averaging like 17 and 7. How has he been able to more consistently push that button? And also he mentioned a moment with you after the game where he said, we've been together for 3 years and he and I can look at each other and kind of know, and you were pleased with the 2-handed rebound.
Oh, but let me say this. What he's doing and how he's playing and the decision he made to come back was a man's decision. Someone else would have probably promised him the world, you will do this, and they may not have done it, but he made a man's decision to come back. How he's playing right now, that's where he should be, and he's doing it, you ready, at Kentucky. In the high-level games, national television, the top 6 games on TV, 3 of them were Kentucky games. In the top 10 rated games, 5 of them were Kentucky games. That's what playing at Kentucky's about. That's what it is. It's not just playing and, doing this stuff, player of the year, playing for everything, not just playing. Playing in those elite games, it's a different deal. And like I said, I'm so proud of him. And how about Jacob too? I mean, Jacob, how about Lance? Lance's confidence is through the roof. And I coach people's children. Now, they want their son to shoot all the balls and play all the minutes and just let him stay. You stay this guy, that guy, do this with this. I get all that, and you've got to be a man to take the clutter and push it out, knowing you're with me every day. I'm holding you to a high standard. I am noticing everything. You have to get in the gym and build your own confidence. You have to. Competence. And what's happening now, these kids are and they're for each other. They're helping each other. They're picking up each other. I mean, it's been a good run. What's going to happen is this is going to end too fast. And in other words, last night at the meeting, I said, You understand how fast this has gone? We got 8 games left. The next time we turn around, we're going to be in Florida at a tournament. And the next time we turn around, we're going to be starting a run for something special. And it's a blink of an eye. We got to enjoy this. We got to know that this is what we are. Kentucky basketball. This is what our fans love about it. And they're loving these players. And they know, again, I've been here 13 years. You kind of know what you're getting with me. But it's, having a group of young people like this, been fun.
John Hale.
Cal, it's the first time we talked to you since the announcement yesterday about Shaden. Why exactly did you feel like you needed to make that announcement now?
Because I talked to the family and Shaden, and we talked it over, and I said, has anything changed? And I said, because we've got to make sure this doesn't become a story, because it doesn't need to be. And the family said, look, he was going there to practice, to sit out and get ready for the following year. And I said, well, has it changed? I said, why don't you guys sleep on it? And if it's changed, let's talk about it. But if it hasn't changed, I'm just going to say it hasn't changed. It is what it is. And I know everybody will say, wow, he's not coming. But anybody can say anything. This kid comes back. He's the number 1 draft pick. In my mind, he's the number 1 draft pick. How can I say I know what the number 1 draft pick looks like? Because I've had 4. That's why I can say what it looks like. He could be the number 1 draft pick. You know what? Would he be ready to go this year? There's someone would take him and say, we're going to get you ready. But playing in the NBA is a man's league. Going through the gauntlet of Kentucky gets you ready to succeed. His family knows it. He knows it. He knows it. He said the attention to detail here, he's never seen anything like it. Well, guess what? When you move up, it's even more so. So, but he's a great kid. I love coaching this kid. I do. Love coaching him.
Colin, in the past, you've always encouraged guys to test the waters and get that feedback. Will you do that with him this summer too?
We haven't gone that far, but I don't see any reason not to. But again, if someone in this draft would take him 1, 2, 3, they'll say, well, we'll take him 5. Hey, look, if someone guarantees me that they're going to do it, and they won't lie because I won't let them back in our gym. So if someone is saying we're going to do this, then you got to sit down and talk. And I'm never, will he test away? He may not. He may say, coach, I am not ready. I can remember players that I said, are you thinking about why wouldn't you go? And you can be drafted in this. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. So we don't know yet.